Hi everyone, this is Mary Catherine from Crochet Chic. This video is being brought to you by allfreecrochet.com, where you can find this pattern and lots of other fun scarf patterns. Today we're going to be learning how to make the Chic shell scarf. Basically all it is a shell stitch, so if you've never done a shell stitch before, you're in luck. This is the perfect project to learn and very quick and very easy. If you've done it before, then you're going to be able to do this project in no time. Okay, so the supplies you're going to need for this project is just about any yarn, no novelty. I'm using 4-ply and then a size G crochet hook, but you can go ahead and play with it and use other ones if you prefer. It's just, you can pretty much use anything. It's not real particular, but you don't really want to use like fun fur or something with crazy textures. I think the shell stitch looks a lot nicer when you do it in a solid color or a slow variation. The multi-variation ones that go real fast, where it's like 5 colors that repeat, tend to take away from the stitch, but it's personal preference. Just have fun. What you do is you start with the slip stitch. There's many ways to make a slip stitch, so feel free to do your own way. And what we're going to do is you want to do multiples of 4 for the shell stitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What we're going to do is we're going to do for our step up, we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first 3 count. The last 3 that you just did count as your first double crochet. So we go 1, 2, 3. We're going to double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So this counts as 2 double crochets. We're going to chain 1. Then we're going to do 2 more double crochets in that same hole, for a total of 4 double crochets and 1 chain 1 in each shell stitch. There are different ways to make shells. This is just one shell stitch. So there we've got our first one. So what we're going to do is we need to skip now 3. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 and double crochet in this 4th spot. And we're going to repeat. See how this starts to pucker? That's right, you want it to do that. We've got 2 double crochets. You're going to chain 1. We're going to do 2 more in the same hole. I'm going to come up closer so you can see. When I crochet into my chain, I crochet where there's 1 loop on the bottom and I crochet over the 2 loops on the top. And to me, that makes a nicer finished edge than when you just do it in the 1 loop. So I'll show you a close-up again as I do my next one. So what we're going to do is we always just skip 1, 2, and 3. We're going to go into the 4th. As you can see, I have 2 loops of the chain on the top of my hook and 1 on the bottom. Now if you can't get it, there's lots of crocheters who much rather prefer it the other way. Go ahead. That's, you know, there's no crochet police that's going to come around and tell you that's the wrong way. So we've got our 2 double crochets, we chain 1, and we're doing the last 2. So far we've got 1 shell, 2 shells, 3 shells, and we're going to do our last shell. We're going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3, then here's our last one. So if you want a wider scarf, just make sure you're doing it in a multiple of 4 and you're good to go. You can do a blanket too. These makes really pretty baby blankets or even like an adult blanket. Alright, so we're doing our last double crochet. And we'll just weave in that end at the end. So now you've got what looks like this. And don't worry, this will pucker out a little bit more. What we're going to do now is we're going to turn our work over. And what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch. So you insert your hook in this first spot, you grab the yarn, pull it through once, pull it through again. We're going to do that again. We're going to slip it in, grab the yarn, pull it through, pull it through. Basically, you don't want to make a stitch. What you want to do is you just want to get over it. We're going to do it one more time so we're in that chain 1 space, not actually in the chain, but in this hole. What we're going to do is we're going to create our next shell. So we're going to chain up 3, and then we're going to double crochet, chain 1, and then we're going to double crochet 2 more times. And basically this is the entire scarf. This is all you have to do to make the scarf. So in the pattern, what it's going to say is 2 DC, which is what I'm doing right now. And see how I just skipped? The only place we're going to crochet is that chain 1 spot. So it says 2 DC, chain 1, then it will say 2 DC. And that's how you make this particular shell stitch. A pretty lace pattern. And then what we're going to do, we skip all of this and go into our next chain 1 space. And like I said earlier, this pattern and lots of other patterns, not just scarves, but you can find blankets, purses, just about anything on allfreecrochet.com. It's my first place that I look for a pattern. For the last one, we want to go to that. We're going to go and do 2 DC. Chain 1, 2 DC. And then just repeat this back and forth until you have the length you want. When I use yarn brands like Vanna's Choice and stuff like that, I basically just go till the end of the ball, and then you're done. Otherwise, just do it by the length that you want. And this is basically your pattern. It has a nice, if I can show you this one that I've done, has this really cool fun edge. And just that's your scarf. So thank you to allfreecrochet.com that's brought us this fun video to learn how to do the shell stitch. And see you guys next time.